All right, here comes the yelling. I'm gonna get all that fired up about this problem here. We're just doing one. Know how to do this type of problem. Making one just for this problem. Now this can look all kinds of different ways, but it's always with a sine and a cosine. It's always a 1 minus sine of x, or 1 plus sine of x, or 1 plus cosine of x, 1 minus cosine of x. Learn how to deal with this problem. This ends up being an intermediate step of larger problems. So by not knowing how to do this one trick, it's a weird trick. We're going to multiply by the conjugate, top and bottom. It's going to be the way we get out of this. Now this is, it's tricky, but I see it every semester. Students learn it. And once you have a good knowledge on this one, it's just going to open things up. It really does. So just this one video this time. Let's go. So a conjugate, if you don't know, if we were to have x minus 2, its conjugate would be x plus 2. Sine of x, or 1 minus sine of x, its conjugate would be 1 plus sine of x. If you were to have 1 plus sine of x, its conjugate would be 1 minus sine of x. What we're doing is we're doing this. What if you had a plus b? What's its conjugate? A minus b. Why would we give a shit about that? Oh, because that's a squared minus b squared. We're going to multiply by the conjugate so we can create 1 minus sine squareds, 1 minus cosine squareds. Big thing. 1 minus sine of x times 1 plus sine of x is equal to 1 minus sine squared of x, which is equal to cosine squared of x. We're going to use this fact over and over and over throughout identities. Yeah, buddy. Okay, let's get that shit put aside. And let's multiply, and this one does not matter. Left or right makes absolutely no difference, but there is an implied parenthesis in a fraction. So I'm going to go to the left, just because it's on the left. I could start on the right. It makes no freaking difference. So I look at the one on the left, and the 1 minus, so that's telling me, all right, I'm going to go 1 plus sine of x, top and bottom. We're multiplying by 1. We're changing absolutely nothing. We're going to make the left-hand side look like the right-hand side. Now, whatever's not the conjugate, the denominator for this one, leave that shit separate. Do not bring it in. Don't bring it in. Whatever's not the conjugate, do not put that together. So now we have that 1 plus sine of x times 1 minus sine of x. We just talked about it creates that 1 minus sine squared. And 1 minus sine squared is indeed equal to cosine squared of x. Now we look up top and we're like, bruh, we got a cosine squared and we got a cosine down below, all with a multiplication. We could take that cosine squared, write it like this, cosine of x times cosine of x. Whack, whack, gone. And what the frick are we left with? Cosine of x over 1 plus sine of x. Let's go. That's what's over there on the right-hand side. Cool. Know how to do these. These, again, they pop up all the frickin' time. All right, now I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to make the right-hand side equal the left-hand side. Go back through. So, and what do we end up with? Cosine of x over 1 plus sine of x. Cool. All right, let's do the same thing on the right-hand side. So we look and we're like, 1 plus sine of x is telling us multiply by its conjugate, top and bottom. So we're not going to do 1 plus this time. We're going to do 1 minus sine of x. So whatever's not the conjugate, we're going to leave that factored. We want it factored because like down here, we want it to cancel out. So cosine of x times 1 minus sine of x. And now we put that together. 1 plus sine of x times 1 minus sine of x, which is 1 minus sine squared of x. The same game is going to occur. Look at this. Same spot, same everything. We're going to have that cosine squared of x. That's what it's equal to. And now instead of writing it twice, let's go this way. Cross that out and then just cross out the exponent. And what's that leave you with but 1 minus sine of x over cosine of x? And there it is. know how to play this game. And when I say there's other ways, like you just make them up. Like 1 plus cosine of x over sine of x must be equal to sine of x over 1 minus cosine of x. So there's like another one. Maybe practice with that one and show that the identity is true. So yeah, play the game, learn how to do it. Trust me, you will be glad you did.